All right, so this video, we are going to pick up where we left off. This is a page by Anastasia Koldavera. It is from 2019, so it is a little bit older, but it was a perfect page to do hair and skin, which I had a lot of requests for that people wanted to see. So I am going to do hair today, and I am going to try to figure out where I put my hair swatch. So for his hair, he's going to be dark brown. We're going to go brown and blonde. Those are the two basic colors. I feel like they're a good place to start. So yes, he is going to have dark hair. If I can find all my colors. So I need peach beige, light umber. I'm going to do some chocolate maybe. My chocolate is not in this pile, which I'm not sure why. Anyways, we're gonna go chocolate and dark brown. So give me 1 minute to find my pencils and I will be back and we'll get started with his hair. All right, here we are in Prismacolors. I am going to go dark brown, chocolate, light umber, and peach beige for his hair. We're going to start with his hair. Okay, so dark brown is our darkest color. So everywhere she has the darkest lines, we're going to put in this color. And it's going to look silly. It's not going to look like hair right away. Don't stress it. Don't throw it away. Don't trash it just yet. Okay, for these little hairs right here, I'm going to flick out. Flick. And then following the direction of the hair. So there's a dark spot right there. If you like going light to dark, you would put in your light where all your lightest, your white spots are, and build off it that way. And I do that sometimes, depending on how comfortable I am with the page and trying to figure out what's going on and what's all hair and things. That does sometimes make it easier. But this one is pretty simple, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my dark put in. Now, the number of colors, there's a dark, medium, and light, basically. And if you're going to use, multiple colors on anything, hair, skin, flowers, you will have to decipher a little bit what you want to be dark, medium, and light if you have extra tones besides the three. So I'm basically just making sure all my white strands are gonna stand out a little bit. We want to give this young gentleman some nice highlights. Okay, again, flicking. And that's her hair. Okay. So I think we're gonna start with that. Now you can remember, you can always pull this pencil again. It's not a one and done. But I do want to make sure we get. All right. We're going to take our next color, which is chocolate, and we're going to do the same thing. So everywhere we put that brown, we're going to add a little of this. Right here especially, making sure we don't hit those highlight spots. It is nice to go slow. I'm trying to go a little fast just because you guys have to watch me do this in real time. But if you are just at home, relaxing, chilling, take your time. Do it right. Just follow your lines. And now her hair is going to be a different technique. His is kind of short and not as flowy, so his doesn't have the same feel, but hers will be lots of flicking and kind of following the hair. I want to make sure this spot stays dark in his hair. And you can see how it's coming together slowly. All right. So I'm just kind of making sure, because another thing that's important is you don't want to blend from your dark brown straight to your umber without this middle color, because it'll be very harsh. Okay, so now we're going to pull this light umber. And this should be any dark spaces you have left that are not completely white. Okay. I might come back and darken this up around his face a little, but for now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'll get the rest of it done and see what all we have going on here. All right, and then this is our highlight color. This is the peach beige. And if at any time you go and you're putting in this color and you're like, whoa, that is a huge spot of highlight, well, you can tone it down. So just put them in first and then look at it overall. So I'm going to turn a little and get these pieces right here. Blend everything together here. Making sure I got everything blended here. I think he's looking pretty handsome. Okay, and if you think you lost some of your dark spots, put them back. That peach beige does kind of knock out some of the color, but I really like how it looks, like that natural blonde feel to it. So just kind of putting those highlights in, or dark spots back in, goodness, sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Making sure these stay kind of dark. And I think we are good to go there. All right, so now on to her hair. And like I said, I think I'm going to do her blonde to just two very basic colors to start off with. So she's going to be the burnt ochre that we put in his skin. And that will kind of pull that together. Yellow ochre, and I'm going to add goldenrod to this combo just because I don't like how yellow ochre and burnt ochre blend. Cream. I'm going to sharpen them now, and hopefully I won't have to sharpen them too much. Now her hair will be a little bit time consuming and patient, so I might just do a couple spots and show you the effect instead of doing the whole thing. If you can hear the airplane above my house, I'm sorry. I live by, sorry, I'm trying to pull away. I live by the airport and the hospital, which is like a double whammy because we get airplanes and helicopters, lots of life flight, especially with the weather outside being what it is. There's tons of life flight. We are a very small town, a very small state. We're in Wyoming, and we don't have a lot of major hospitals or anything, so usually everybody is flown out. Okay, so same concept. Darkest color is the burnt ochre, and I'm trying to decide what's going to be easiest to show you here. Everywhere that dark is, everywhere that is dark under another piece of hair, this whole section right here, all of these, and you want to go light because that way if you make an accident you can erase it out. It is a lot easier to add later than to take back. It's what I always tell my kids with ketchup and things too. It's a lot easier to add more later than to try to put it back in the bottle at the end. So we're going very light, just hitting all the dark spots. Hit this dark spot, and this, she has tons of beautiful curls, so this is what is going to make it a little bit time consuming, because when we get to these ones we're going to have to flick our pencil a little, get these nice curl feels in. So I'm not going to do her whole head of hair like I said, but I will do a section and show you what the effect will be. His hair was easy, it was short. So we want this around these flowers. And I know this does not look very blondie with this burnt ochre, but it will, the yellows will tone it down some. Okay, I think the weather might be messing with my power because all my lights are flickering. Of course, because I'm trying to record. 1 sec, I'm going to make sure. Okay. Make sure everything's plugged in nice and good just in case. We are getting a pretty good blizzard. I think we have got more snow here in March, and it's only the 8th, than we did all winter. We got like a foot over the weekend, and we're probably close to a foot again today, and it just started snowing about 3 o'clock, and it's probably about 7 now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I love snow. I have no problem with it, other than people don't know how to drive in it, but it's just crazy how seasons are changing. It's almost like ours are switching. Our winter isn't so wintry anymore, but our summers are wet. All right. So I think I'm just gonna work on this little section so I can show you what it'll look like, and then I'll fill the rest in as I go. So that's the dark. This is all gonna be dark. I want to leave a little light. I'm going to add one more color just so you can tell it's still hair. But okay, so we're going to pull goldenrod, and the same thing here we go. I'm gonna actually just do this little strand right here. Everywhere we put that burnt ochre, we're gonna touch it with a little goldenrod right over the top of it. So we don't want to do the whole strand because we have 2 more colors. So we want to be very careful what we're highlighting here, I guess you could say. Now remember, if you're going through and you see a spot you missed, don't be afraid to pick up that pencil. Just going over. Just trying to get enough of this done where you'll be able to see the effect I'm going for when I'm done here. This hair might also be easier. I'm going to show you something different over here, I think, but let me finish this first. I just thought of that after I went and did all this, of course. Okay, make sure my white spots are staying white. See, this is where your cream is going to come in. It's really going to pull all that together. Just like that. And I know there's not a whole lot of it done, so you kind of can't really tell the difference, but it does definitely make a difference. Okay. So that's kind of how her blonde is gonna look once it's all blended and touched up. So if you want more of a brown blonde, you just use brown instead of the burnt ochre. Okay, so on this other set of hair, real fast, skipped like this whole piece. We're gonna do like we did right there. We're gonna color a little bit backwards, and I think in a hair this wild and might be easier. So we're gonna pick all our high spots that are completely white, and we're gonna hit them with this cream. So what we're doing is we're doing backwards now, whichever style works for you. But like I said, when your hair is, when you have this much going on, it is sometimes easier to pick out the highlights first. So I'm just going to kind of show you how that looks. Using the 2 different. Okay, then we're going to do the next yellow, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit off of that. We're not going to clear the whole hair, just a little where we, everywhere we touched with the cream, so that we can get to the next color. Then we're going to go goldenrod. We're going to do the same thing. Everywhere we touched with that yellow. And you'll be able to see them. The shading is darker. I probably will do a non-grayscale hair and skin as well, just for those that aren't into the grayscale. But grayscale is kind of a nice starter when you're learning shading and highlights. Okay. Then we're going to go in and those darkest spots of that hair we colored. I forgot to do that one right there, but that is how our hair is going to come out, whichever style you choose to do. So what I will do is I will pause and I will do a little more of the hair, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like with a little bit more done. See you. All right, so here we are. This is how far I've made it on the hair. I did add a dark umber and a little bit of dark brown to this just to make the shadows stand out a little bit more. So I'll kind of show you the difference. I didn't do all the spots, so I could go in and kind of show you the difference it makes. I really like this effect, how it has on here. So I am going to add this all the way through. I won't do it all on camera, but I will do enough that you can see how this brown makes a difference. And so I'm just adding it to the darkest spots that still are showing throughout the hair. These are kind of in shadow because they're on him, so I'm going to do them darker so when I color his shirt it will stand out a little bit. I'm going to do this shadow right here, and when I blend those colors it won't be as harsh. So it will look a little harsh adding it in like this, but when you go and put your other colors over top of it, it will tone it down and you'll get this nice effect like I have right here. This is a done area. I just wanted to get on, and before I upload this video, make sure I told everyone I added another color to my combination, added a darker color to help bring out some of these strands. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's a Friday here. We didn't have school today, so I'm getting caught up on some housework, some coloring projects that needed some attention. Still trying to get some more tutorials filmed and planned out and whatnot. And that's usually kind of what I do on the weekends. If you've followed me for a while, you'll notice I'm kind of quiet throughout the weeks, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I tend to upload 2 or 3 videos. Or I'll record a bunch and space them out anyway. Just seems to be what works for my schedule, and it sounds backwards because the kids are home on the weekends, but throughout the week with other things going on and after school, picking up, dropping off, I just don't have, and I still have a little one home who only goes to preschool 3 hours every other day, so I just don't get a lot of opportunity to record throughout the week. So then on the weekends we usually go do something fun. Then we have some quiet time and I get some recording done. So today we went sledding. We got 1.5 feet of snow at least. I think it was like Wednesday and Thursday here, so we took advantage of that and went sledding today, and that was fun. We got 2 big inflatable sleds for Christmas like 2 years ago, and then that was like right when the weather kind of started changing and we quit getting snow here in Wyoming. So we never got to use them. They were brand new in the box, and we finally got to pull them out today in March nonetheless and take them sledding. So super fun. We found a nice hill everybody could go down, and it was actually it was like 40 degrees today, so there was still snow and it wasn't freezing, which to me is like win-win for sledding. So here I'm just kind of adding my color so that it doesn't look like the hair is just brown. I'm gonna have to fix this up a little right there, but when I find my other color. But yes, this is my hair tutorial. I am going to go ahead and get started on the other skin tone one I was gonna do. So if you have any questions, comments, anything else you would like to see, please let me know down below. Erase that out and put a highlight right there actually, because it's a big curl. So your highlights go at your highest points, which are going to be right here for this one. So we still want to keep the same colors. And we want to dull down that cream so it's not too bright. There. Okay, and then I will go through and finish filling out these curls over here. But yeah, so I thank you for watching. I hope to see you next video.